Evening, everybody. So, part three. As you can tell, it's getting dark out, so my camera is going to get dark because I don't have any lights on. But, continuing on here. So, I told you a little bit about the dynamic that I grew up in and how I kind of navigated some of that. And a lot of it came down to having faith. Because even though I was around a lot of people, I had to understand that no matter what, I still had him. And so as I was going about my years and as I was getting older and as I was becoming more accustomed to all these bad things that were going on in my life and things kept kind of happening, let me tell you, it was kind of a mixed field buffet line of things. So for me, I didn't really date in high school. I had, I think, two girlfriends in high school. Neither of them lasted very long. I was in sports. I played football my senior year of high school, all because of finances and because of the whole being a ward of the state and being in a house of 10 different kids and 8 kids and 2 adults. Yeah, that's reality too. After my mom and my dad passed away, um, I went and lived with an aunt and uncle, and they already had 4 kids themselves. So we moved from my house into another house, and so we had 8 kids and 2 adults, all ranging from the age of 13 all the way down to 2. So in that house, things were absolute chaos. Like we went from things of where they were, right? Just having 5 kids trying to navigate the minefield of losing mom and dad and figuring out what was going to go on and becoming a ward of the state and getting into the court system and becoming a ward, all of that. Disaster, by the way, disaster. Um, I don't wish that upon anybody. If there's anybody that's going through that or whatever, or was a previous um, recipient, if you will, of that kind of environment, I completely and absolutely sympathize and empathize with any of you. It's just not a very good situation to be in. Um, just hopefully you were able to find yourself into somewhat of a decent situation, and prayers, love to you guys. Um, Growing up in a house of 10, 8 kids and 2 adults, you were literally on top of each other. Like you were literally, legitimately on top of each other. Like you did not have any privacy. Like if you had to use the restroom, there were probably 3 or 4 people in line waiting. It was that bad. Um, that was an absolute time in that general era that it was just bonkers. Um, there wasn't really much teaching going on. There wasn't really much uh, education going on. I kind of had to do a lot of teaching of myself, self-taught, right? FYI, or TDY, do it yourself. Um, and I loved it. That's where I found the most fulfillment, is when I was actually able to just kind of teach myself various things along the way, knowing that I had somebody that was guiding me every step of the way. For me, my release from all that was exercise. Believe it or not, every morning, I get up at 5 a.m. and I go for a 5 mile run. And it was my way of just getting away from all the chaos. It was just my way of finding something that was healthy, finding something that was good, finding something that I could find myself in, right? Because exercise is a great meditation. Just in case you didn't know, it's a great way to meditate. And it doesn't matter whether it's yoga at the gym, whatever, right? Just exercise, self improvement, self betterment. Maybe you're going through something, so you need a positive release or a positive way to navigate the feelings or the emotions or whatever it is that you're going through. Beneficial thing, absolutely beneficial. So everything went, I guess you can call it good, right? Um, I got through those years. I got into high school. The bullying pretty much stopped. Um, my siblings were all getting of age, kind of thing, slowly, kind of thing, and they were all moving out, moving on their own, and doing whatever. And that was pretty much the last one with my cousins and my aunt and uncle, and things got better, I guess you would say. We had a pool table, so you'd find me down at the pool table playing a lot of pool a lot of times, having some music going, just me and myself in the pool table, right? Um, I called it my cue time. It was then that I realized how fragile my relationships were with my siblings, because when they moved out, they really didn't come up to see me. Like, I had to go to them. And it became a really one sided kind of environment. It really did. It became a mostly one sided. I had to do for them, give to them, or else there wasn't a relationship. And you wouldn't think that that'd be a thing, right? Like, you would think that there'd be some give and take. Like, hey, obviously, Ross doesn't have a car. Yeah, he can't really come and see us, kind of thing. Maybe we should kind of go to him a little bit too. No. So, I would see them when I was able to see them. If they were close enough, and I was out walking or whatever, I would stop in and see them, that kind of thing. So the dynamic, as far back as I can remember, was never good. It was never good at all. So, anyways, I just want to say this though too. To this day, my relationship with those folks, and I'll say that for what it is not good. Is it never recovered. But all I would ever want for them is love and good things, peace and harmony. And if I ever saw them, absolutely, I'd walk up and talk for a minute, that kind of thing, check in, see what's good with them, that kind of thing. But we don't have the actual hanging out like you would think family would do. We really don't. Has it caused me a lot of pain? Absolutely, because I love them very much. I love them very dearly. There's not a thing that I wouldn't do for any of them. We'll go to a step 4.